I'm one of a team of graduate engineers who want to make a difference.
We built an electric supercar, which we reckon is the best in the world.
So we're determined to show that electric cars are here to stay.
And we're going to prove it by driving it down the Pan American Highway.
It's a prototype, so there are no guarantees that it will last the course.
And I'm filming them all the way so that you can join us on our electric adventure.
In 2009, these young engineers from Imperial College London started to convert a petrol-based racing car, the radical SR8, into an electric supercar, the SRZero. With a record-breaking range of over 500 kilometers, the SRZero will be the first electric car attempting to drive the entire length of the Pan American Highway. At 26,000 kilometers, it's the longest road in the world.
The team invited me to follow their progress and agreed to let me film everything, even if they get into trouble. It's a great opportunity, and I decided to do this on my own. Maybe a few wobbly shots, but I will be able to stay on the case from beginning to end and find out whether electric cars are ready to replace petrol cars.
What we're trying to do with this project is show to the public that electric cars are no longer slow and boring. They're cool, they're sexy, they're fast, and they can do amazing things on the road.
Possibly, but only if the technical challenges can be overcome.
We're going to be one of the first electric cars in the world that has two motors installed in it. One here and one here. But that in itself presents challenges because they're not physically connected, so we need to make sure they go at the same speed.
There is a few problems with this car. First of all, it's a racing car, so it's really low down to the ground. In the roads in South America, we might have some troubles with that.
With any electric vehicle, the challenge is in the batteries. We've got 56 kilowatt hours of lithium iron phosphate batteries.
Managing all those cells, packaging them, making sure they don't overheat, balancing them, this is a huge challenge. I mean, Guinness Book of Records, no one has done a trip like this in a battery electric vehicle. This is going to be a first.
It's a perfect test for our technology because we're going to pass through different climates. We're going to start in the Arctic, we're going to pass through desert with tropical weather. It's going to be a perfect test of range and of endurance.
Racing Green is the brainchild of Alex Shea, who just completed his degree in mechanical engineering.
This is where we're going to take apart the car. It's going to become even more naked than this. Ever since I can remember, I've always been just fascinated with engineering, specifically energy. You know, every time I'm walking down the street, I'm just wondering how things are working, how it could be made cleaner or better. This is where all the team members are hiding, and this is where
You're not getting in here. I was about to graduate. I didn't really know what I wanted to do yet. This was like, bang, this is perfect. Exactly what I wanted to do.
This is our team area. We've still got a bit of cleaning up to do. As you can see, we only moved in a couple of days ago.
This is my chair here.
He's very territorial.
It is a very nice chair. Finely upholstered, very comfy.
Clearly, you're standing out from the crowd.
No, and look at his trousers. He just want to draw the attention from his
Sponsorship money. Call for sponsors. We need more money.
Now is the time for me to do this. I've done my degree, and this project, for me personally, combines doing something really good for the environment, for the world, with an adventure for myself, which is just fantastic.
That's a generator we could be looking at.
And what about GPS?
We only really need one. Or build one into our car. With Toby programming like mad.
If you promised it, it will happen, obviously. I'll program it for you for Christmas.
Out of uni is the only time when you will do something like this. This is the time when you can still quite easily take a risk because all you lose is half a year of your life. To me at least, it's a guy's dream to build a car.
Today, the car is making a trip back home to the Radical factory where the chassis and bodywork was built.
Where we're going to do some structural modifications. Because here we don't have any big machines or such things which we might need. And then getting it done and shipping it back down to London to do all the electrics and control issues in the car.
This is our production facility here where we make all our new cars. We're currently making about 150 a year, something like that.
This is a sort of a mock-up of how the motor is going to fit in. There'll be a rod going through here, bolting these two plates together over here, and then obviously a second motor here.
This is completely new, and we're learning from now on. So maybe this is a car of the future. You never know.
While Alex, Toby and Nick work at Radical, Aaron, a fellow graduate at Imperial, is working on the BMS, the Battery Management System. It's a complicated technology, but absolutely essential for electric cars.
Can you show me what we actually see here on this bench?
So what you see here is 48 of these Thunder Sky lithium iron phosphate cells wired up with all their measurement wires going down to the battery management system itself here, the slave boards here, controlled by the one master board here, communicating with software on the laptop, which makes sure everything runs smoothly. In each of these slave boards will control fully 12 cells on the car. Now with 168 on the car, we're going to have a lot of these things going at the same time.
How much is this Frontierland, what you are doing here?
It's so exciting to work at the forefront of what's going on. I mean, what we're doing will hopefully create a base for public and technical perception of this type of technology, which then can be built upon for years to come.
One great thing about the electric car is that it's extremely efficient. So our battery pack can store 54 kilowatt hours. This energy content compares to 5.4 liters of petrol. They don't even take you 100 kilometers. But in our electric car, the same energy content brings us over 500 kilometers. That means we can do 100 kilometers for $1. No petrol car can ever do the same.
The task of creating the car's electronic brain falls to Alec De Zega, who hasn't even finished his studies.
So basically, when we got the car, like all these wires were just wired up for a petrol car. We completely unstripped everything, and now all these wires go into our own controller. What I've been doing yesterday is programming this screen. I don't need the car to be there to actually work on the car. I can just program on my computer, and that's also working on the car. There we are. It's booting up. You can do it, you can do it, yes. Values appear on the LCD screen, and then if you give out way too much power, everything blinks. Wiring a car like that, it's like doing a piece of art.
3 months and a lot of programming later, it was time to see if they've got it right.
I just got a call announcing the birth of the SRZero, so let's check it out.
Major night and nearly morning actually.
It's how we do things here. All the good things seem to happen at sort of midnight.
Yeah. Putting the bodywork back on, all the panels we've taken off, and getting it ready to run for the first time. We've all been imagining it for so long.
We've all had dreams about it. I had a dream where I was one of the batteries, and I was trying to charge myself, but it wasn't working. So I woke up really, really tired because I wasn't charged.
The biggest challenge so far was writing a control program. We'll see how well it works. No problems. Well, not yet.
It'll be a massive relief for everybody involved who have worked so hard. So very, very important times.
You see that gutter?
Oh, that's going to be difficult to clear. We've got to find a good way to get over that gutter.
First Pan American Highway issue, a 2-inch gutter.
The next step is to find out whether Alec's software connects to all the electrical components in the car, allowing smooth control of the 2 motors, each capable of running at 200 horsepower.
Oh, it's moving! It's moving!
It's okay.
This is full throttle, Alec.
Mate, I think when you said 100 Newton meters, you put 10 Newton meters.
Go on! Let's go!
Yeah, it's going negative. It's going negative.
So you're saying I could reverse a lot quicker?
If you want, you can try out.
Okay, let's try it.
Let's try to turn on low voltage. Yeah, it's on.
Thank you.
This is full throttle.
Natural throttle, I can...
There's some scraping.
It doesn't look good. The car is meant to go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 6 to 7 seconds.
At least it's moving. I mean, we could always do the Pan American in 10 years, maybe. If we push it on the hills.
Undeterred, the team works through the night to try and find a solution.
Testing is always an iterative process. Nothing ever works first time. And so we just got to pluck away and keep on doing what we're doing and we'll get there.
We got major electromagnetic interference issues. These motor controllers control the motor, which is here. They turn on and off very, very quickly, and that creates electromagnetic fields, which then induce undesired currents and electricity in all the other wires in the car.
So how long did it take you to figure out foil will do the trick?
We know from experience and just from reading articles that aluminium reflects all the electromagnetic interference. And so we thought, yeah, why not buy just aluminium foil? And it worked straight up the box. Like, amazing stuff.
The car is like our child, really. It is our baby. We feed it before we feed ourselves. We put it to bed before we go to bed ourselves. It's quite a weird thing.
Nice.
Over the next few weeks, the car is fine-tuned.
It's amazing. The whole car like drives so smoothly and just keeps on accelerating and accelerating. See, yeah. Right, look at it.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Finally, the team is ready to discover whether they've got a real racing car on their hands.
Today, we're at Brunting Court Race Circuit to test out the SRZero for the very first time on a track.
It's giving me error occurred at Open FPGA VI reference and real-time VI.
We've got a problem with the software. Toby's trying to call Alec to figure out what's going on.
I was working this morning and I made a teeniest, tiniest tweak to it, and then it stopped working.
That's what you expect in testing, you know? Debugging a bit of software. That's the electric car version of testing. There's no reason why we can't get it fixed. We've got the best guys doing it.
Right, the other one seems to be working. You guys want to get things in?
The electric stuff seems to be working. So 2 more bolts and then we should be ready to go. Hopefully up to 90 miles an hour.
What a feeling to be finally driving this car. Today we're only going at 130 kilometers an hour, but the car is capable of much more. We've got our 2 motors in the back and we're using 180 horsepower from them, but they're capable of 400 horsepower. And that means that our 1.2 ton car can accelerate in about 6.5 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers.
Before we've only been driving the car around up to 50 miles an hour or 45 miles an hour, so today was the first high-speed run, and it really feels incredible. When we fixed all the control issues, then it will be even more exciting than it is already.
The SRZero will be driving on real roads in real traffic, so the next challenge is to get the car road certified.
It's absolutely crucial that we pass this test today, because otherwise we have to wait 3 months for another one, and we won't be able to start the trip on time.
It's going to be a different test to what I normally do, because I'm anticipating it being a lot heavier than the race car. So we'll see how we get on.
Big day for us.
we're all pretty anxious because we hope this car is going to pass.
On the left lock, please.
The car sails through the steering and many other tests, but there's a problem with the brakes.
Right now we're hung up on the hand braking. It needs to achieve an 18% braking at a certain speed, and right now we're achieving 16%. So we're just doing some adjustments and hopefully we can get above that 18% barrier.
Good boy.
We'll try an old-fashioned way of doing it, like driving it around the yard.
If this doesn't work, the adventure is on hold.
What does that read?
18%.
Yes! Yes!
That is very good news.
18%.
Great sense of elation. I'm really pleased that we passed.
Well, thank you very much.
Good day.
It's fast and it's road safe, but how far can it go? Before the SRZero is shipped off to Alaska, the range of the battery has to be tested. The team is attempting to drive from London to Paris on a single battery charge.
It's still not quite sunk in that in 16 days, 17 days we'll be off to Alaska.
Going from London to Paris is pretty close to the edge of our range, we think. It depends on how we drive in the traffic and things. So obviously every little last bit of battery juice in the pack is going to be very important. So it's good to know that Clemens, who's just coming back now, is just using up that last little bit, just giving a few people lifts before we go. It's really sensible.
So they're saying, Clemens, that when we're a mile short outside of Paris, then it'd be your fault.
Yeah.
They take it in turns at the wheel. The rest of the team follows in a support van.
It's taken us about 85 or 90 miles to get to Dover, and that took just over 30% charge. We have another 180 miles or so to do on the other side, which literally means we should just tick out of juice the moment we, crawl into Paris.
We're down to about 68% charge. It's going to be tight, very tight.
Well, the plan is modifying the car by taking off the wing, which definitely makes a huge difference to our drag.
Reduces drag.
The 550 kilogram battery pack is thought to offer a maximum range of 500 kilometers, but only if the car is driven at an average speed of 90 kilometers per hour on relatively flat terrain.
We are really, really cutting it fine.
It's going to be tight, very tight.
I think we need some champagne.
We did 290 miles almost, which is a lot.
It's great to be here, really great to be here.
We've still got 14% left in the tank from London to Paris.
In the end, it wasn't as tight as I thought. And, very pleased, very pleased.
It's just another milestone on the route to overall Pan-American success. It really shows we can hit the long distances when it matters.
They're now ready to take on the Pan-American Highway. Alex, Andy, Clemens, Nick, Pambo and Toby will be part of the expedition team. The others will stay back home.
It's absolutely fantastic to be here after a year and a half of such hard work. Pity about the accommodation though. This will be our home until Vancouver.
Get up! Got some driving to do.
We will drive in convoy with the SRZero, swapping drivers every so often to make sure that nobody gets too tired.
Yeah, we have to split it in half.
A really nice thing about starting at Gina Hot Springs is that this entire place is run of a geothermal power plant. So what we've actually been doing is charge up of completely renewable energy.
So the car has been 100% charged of heat or energy taken directly from the ground. If we go behind me here, you can see geothermal generators here which provide all the power that this entire resort uses. 400 kilowatts of power is a lot of power, and it powers this whole place.
At Chena Hot Springs, we believe in sustainability. I believe the whole world can be sustainable. I believe that if we don't do that, we are going to just totally annihilate the Earth. That car was plugged into geothermal energy last night. It's leaving here with a hug from the Earth.
Green energy directly from the Earth, no carbon involved whatsoever. It's just the ideal place to start this adventure.
Finally, the moment has arrived. Ahead lies 26,000 kilometers, an estimated 80 days of driving, 80 charges of the battery, and unpredictable weather.
We were leaving from Chena Hot Springs, there was this really good weather, and just drove off. The hills are getting higher and higher. When you're going through the valley, it was all dry, and then suddenly it was one of the worst rains I've ever experienced. And yeah, it just poured.
I'm really worried. We haven't had the chance to test the car in this weather, and I don't even know if it's safe for Nick and Clemens to be sitting in the car right now.
I think this is the wettest conditions we've ever driven the car in. Doesn't feel too comfortable. The high voltage in the car really scared the hell out of us. It's really the test of the car. How waterproof is the car? And will the batteries short circuit and create a massive fire?
$268 miles in the wet. Not bad, not bad. I think those boys in the car deserve a pint today.
This is the last thing I want now.
They actually managed probably the hardest drive we're likely to have in really, really tough conditions.
I had water in my shoes and everywhere, but it's just like part of the adventure. I mean, if you didn't have something like this, it would be boring.
You have to pull over there and then stop, plug it in for a while.
The car survived, we survived, as you can see. And now we know it's working and it's okay with water.
At the end of day one of their 26,000 kilometer journey, it was time to recharge the electric battery.
Once Toby's ascertained that it's the right voltage and everything, then we can just plug in and whip the chargers in and get the car charged up.
250 volts, right on.
But the next morning, a technical hitch.
Story after the first night is we've discovered just now that somehow the car switched itself off overnight and it actually hasn't been charging. Don't really know what the problem is at the moment. So this is where you see the state of charge, which is at the moment at 51.3%. And obviously it's the morning, it should have been at 100%. Guess go inside, drink some coffee, have some breakfast, and then see what it's done by then.
Cold pizza. Oh, no.
The local communities, they're only using generators, and if someone just unplugs his RV or something, that has a huge effect on the whole electricity grid there, then that means that our charges may be interfered with.
While it's charging, hopefully properly this time, we'll do our paperwork that we need to do. Hopefully the rain stops.
6 hours later, the battery was back to full charge.
Well, what a great way to start. Blue sky and the sun.
And a new member shows up to join the team.
Electric cars, it's going to be the wave of the future, and this is, a good start for everybody to see it in action.
But how does it come, that you have the time?
Maybe it's my job. I'm a helicopter pilot, and I've taken the whole summer off to be adventurous with my motorcycle. So I was able to change my plans like that to be part of this project. It was a no-brainer.
I still can't believe it. It's incredible. I can sit on the back and get some really cool shots.
had to sacrifice my computer cover and some foam to get you comfortable back here, but I think we're gonna have to redo this.
First border crossing into Canada, and then the really bad road conditions are here.
Yeah, right across the border to about 75 miles in. It's pretty rough.
Can you do it with your bike?
I can do it with the bike.
Yeah? Floor it.
The next opportunity to charge the battery is 175 kilometers away. It's an easy stretch with a battery that offers a range of over 500 kilometers. But further down, in underpopulated northern Canada, the team will face longer distances, a serious logistical challenge.
I'm the one who has to adopt for this, who has to plan for this, because there are some really long stretches where there are no places to charge the car back up again.
That last little gravel section was not that pleasant. Lots of staying.
Country number 2.
It's good.
So we're just sticking on the names of the team members on the side of the car. I've left a bit of a gap here. You might be able to see. Some say Toby Schultz should go second, and others say Clemens Law should go second. There's only one way to find out. Fight! Gather round.
Let's get it on.
Oh. Toby Schultz versus Clemens Law.
It's easy. It's only Clemens. He's a little girl.
Faces are turning red.
Come on, do it for your country. Come on, Toby. Come on, do it for England.
They're both pretty big guys, and I don't fancy pissing one of them off.
Oh, he's going down.
So they need to blame themselves if they lose.
Come on!
It's a win.
Yeah, I got beaten. I like Clemens.
See, it's started raining, so Toby and Clemens aren't going to get their stickers on anyway. It took too long.
It's the best scenery.
So every landscape, every day gives you a different feeling, and all these feelings are quite unique, quite special, and it really is enjoyable.
You know you're not polluting, you know you're very quiet, and at the same time you're really fast and you really feel the adrenaline.
Well, after a long day of riding, I realized I have a lot more to go. I have to make it to Seattle to catch a flight to go back to Hawaii and fly for a week and then catch up with you guys.
It was absolutely brilliant to have you around. I don't know how I would have done all these shots, no way. I very much hope we will have you back soon.
We have a little theory in the team that he's actually a CIA agent. You know, he suddenly just disappears off to Hawaii, you know. It's very cool, very mysterious.
As usual, the SRZero was left charging overnight with 3 chargers plugged into a 220-volt socket. But the morning reveals a serious problem.
We only have 1 charger left that's working, 2 others are broken. We found the broken component.
This is what's broken, what's blown. It's a fairly standard component. But out here, in the middle of nowhere, it's probably not that easy to get hold of. It's not really too much in our hands to deal with the chargers. We're not experts.
All 3 chargers were donated, and that's why nobody in the team knows what's inside and how best to fix them.
So right now we're only charging off 1 charger, which takes a long time, takes up to a day if you've got an empty tank. It's about 45% full.
With 3 chargers, they could fill the battery in less than 8 hours. Having to wait up to 24 hours will play havoc with their schedule.
I'm really nervous now because we have a press event scheduled in 11 days in Vancouver for one of our main sponsors, and we can't really postpone that. We're 2,400 kilometers away from Vancouver. This is going to be really now.
A day driving followed by a day charging means they'll have to motor through 436 kilometers per day.
The worry is whether you're going to be able to hit the deadlines that you've made, meetings with sponsors and people that we want to meet along the way.
We've got to put it into perspective, really. The car is working perfectly fine. The only real problems we're only facing are now with the charging. This is not directly in our hands.
The charging days are spent looking for a solution.
Nick, who's traditionally the mechanical guy, has come up with an electrical solution which may not fix the problem. And if it does, our full charging time will go from 24 hours back down to 8 hours, which is what we've always been aiming for.
We're now trying to build a resistor from some wire, and you just have to make it long enough to have the right resistive value. And that resistor will limit the amount of current that can surge into the charger, and the charger should work.
But they've miscalculated.
The people in the shop told me one of these reels has a resistance of over 1,000 ohms, which I stupidly believed. I mean, should have known. Actually, it's way less, and it's so little that, in fact, to get the resistance we want, you would need about a kilometer of wire.
There's one other fast solution, but it's not exactly green.
Another way which we found works really well before is just towing the car along the road behind another vehicle, and that charges the car up really quickly. So it's basically regenerative braking. So that's what we're going to do for the next hour and a half or 2 hours, hopefully with a full charge car by then.
So after towing the car for 3 hours, state of charge is about 95% now. It's, let's see, 1:30 at night. And we're going to leave to our next stop now, which is 250 miles away south.
It's enabled us to get on the road at least 10 hours earlier than we would have in the current situation today. So it's worked out very, very well. And it's really good to know that as a last resort, it is really fast charging. Even though it has been towed to be charged, we've been very careful to come back to the exact same place, and so we made sure that SRZero still drives every single centimetre solo of the Pan American Highway.
Fully charged up, they drive at an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour, well within the speed limit.
First time we've seen police since Alaska.
I think it's just a fancy car in a small town on a Friday night, and the police all want to check it out.
Who wants to have a drive?
Does it go pretty good or what?
Oh yeah. As long as you don't give us a speeding ticket if we speed you in it, then...
And it's all electric.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay guys, well, you're good to go then. Have fun.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
So first time I had to show all my documents.
This is when it helps to have a super efficient German on the team.
There we go.
Yeah, it's very neat. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen, really.
The pressure to get to Vancouver for the press day means more tow charging. But this time, they've paid a price.
Just go forward slightly. That's good.
Reverse seems to be normal.
Car seems to be doing something that we don't usually see it do.
I have no idea what's wrong, because usually what happens is see the torque indicator going all the way to 100%. But right now, you can see foot on the brake, full throttle, it only goes up to 40%.
This is our first proper breakdown. Today, the day we are hoping to drive into Vancouver after 2,500 miles of North American driving.
It's the fuse in the DC-DC that blew. We had this in the past a lot. We thought we found a fix.
I can't tell you when we're going to be there, so I have to apologize that we can't make it today. The DC-DC is the connection link between the high voltage system and the low voltage system. And while tow charging is very fast and efficient, it creates very high currents, and these high currents must have damaged the DC-DC.
This is the component that was broken. This stops the entire car from driving. Putting the new fuse in now, which we hope will get the car going again.
Could have just been a case of bad luck.
The new fuse gets the SRZero back on the road, and they get to Vancouver just in time.
One more time. The car's actually performed fantastically.
Today is our press day. They've closed off a road for us. We've got the car out, a load of people around. We only thought we had one big TV channel coming down, CTV, but we actually got CBC and Global News as well. Had Chinese TV coming down. The amount of interest we're getting is fantastic.
It's good to see the news spreading and people finding out about the SRZero.
And the car attracts attention from all quarters.
Three population centres, pulled over 3 times. Boom, hat trick.
I need a driver's license from him, and the vehicle doesn't move. And what are you guys doing?
It's a research project.
You've got to have meet certain regulations.
Yes. We actually have a letter from Transport Canada, to say this is legal on Canadian roads.
There's nothing telling me visually that it's okay.
Yeah, we had a permit, which is all fine, getting up and down Granville Street, but we didn't actually have our documentation with us, so we kind of got caught out there.
And it's actually a bit of a close call because he asked us to press the brake lights, and we don't have any brake lights at the moment. So what we did was we just turned the headlights on and off, and he believed it, so off the hook.
So, all happy?
All good.
Yep, all good.
One of the main things we had to do in Vancouver was find a new support vehicle. The RV was booked until Seattle, and from that point on we needed another way of following the SRZero.
So our new beast, right there, 4350.
New car, already falling in love.
It's petrol. It's evil.
It's better than the RV, probably.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's good. I'm just not quite sure how we're going to fit everything in there. Nick might have to get rid of some of his clothes, and Clemens might have to get rid of his makeup.
Here's our paperwork. With all this paperwork, we're ready to cross the US-Canadian border.
After the struggle to get to Vancouver with just one charger, there's relief when the much-needed spares arrive to repair the 2 broken units.
We've got our replacement components in at last. We've built them into the chargers, which needed replacement components, and we're just about to test the chargers for the first time. All right, so I'll plug her in.
Whoever got that, it didn't work. And the solution is not as simple as we expected it to be.
To be honest, don't know why that should happen.
What it is, we don't know, but we are not happy now. We hope to be able to get onto 3 chargers again, boost ahead towards California, but actually it's looking rather dark.
There is a very high risk of losing the last charger as well. I mean, they are built at the same time, they're built from the same components, same architecture. It is a very high possibility that that one fails as well.
Temporary headquarters while they sort the problem is a friend's house.
This doesn't fit in there, does it?
Charis was at school with Clemens.
England will have lots of newspaper about Vancouver.
You can see the chargers over there being packaged and getting ready to be shipped back to the UK. Urgent, special speed delivery.
If we didn't have Charis, we would be lost completely.
And hungry, homeless, and dirty.
Dirty underwear.
just taking away the 2 chargers which are broken. We're left with 1 charger, so a serious problem, I guess.
With no way to repair the chargers in Vancouver, the team presses on south with the hope that a solution can be found in the USA.
We don't have enough time to be able to do the whole journey on 1 charger because, you know, that would take us months longer than we'd planned.
Just arrived in Seattle downtown, right next to the Space Needle. We don't have any accommodation or charging for tonight sorted out. And what we're doing now is just try to go to a hotel, catch a lot of attention, and then just grab free accommodation there and free charging.
I don't think this is really a very good idea, to be honest.
Girl and car always works, huh?
Better than a Porsche.
What we're looking for is a 220 volt socket.
So will that one work there?
Found something.
Upstairs.
So many different plugs in America, it's ridiculous.
Despite its best efforts, the Ramada could not provide a 220-volt socket. Next stop, the Fairmont Hotel, a 5-star hotel just up the road. It has to be worth a try.
Ariel, come in, Kramer on Drive. Got a bit of a unique request for you.
Yeah, it's really great to meet. I think what you guys are doing is really wonderful.
It's no better spot for them, no better spot for us to charge the car.
And we find right in the center, right in the driveway, a charging point where we can just plug in the car.
Got that much room to the curb.
There's just literally no better place in the world to charge up a car.
Everyone loves it. Everyone who comes in here stops here by the car for 10 minutes and wants to hear all about it. It's fantastic.
This would be comfortable to drive.
You guys staying here? We haven't worked out exactly where we'll be staying just yet.
You see, that moving up means we get charged.
The hassle's over, now we can eat and sleep.
So that will be 5-star accommodation for 1 car and 6 hard-working men, please.
You want coffee, guys?
Coffee run.
Coffee.
It's just our luck. The car is staying in probably the most expensive hotel in America, and we're staying in some car park in the middle of downtown Seattle.
Blue paper, donuts, a little bit of kit, and happy faces.
Very.
Cheers. Welcome to Seattle.
It's time to leave the RV behind and get used to much less space in the new support van. Before they go much further, they urgently need to fix the broken chargers. Happily, their route passes close to one of the engineering firms that sponsored the trip, Reinhardt Motion Systems in Wilsonville, Oregon. And the founder, Larry Reinhardt, thinks he has a simple solution to the charging problem.
Well, we lent 2 600-volt power supplies because 2 of the 3 battery chargers have failed.
Look at these babies. We are just leaving Reinhardt now, and they've been so kind to lend us these 2 power supplies, which replace one of our chargers.
You can't make haste if you have to wait every other day for traveling. So we dropped the charge time in half so they can charge at night and drive full range during the day. So I think they're ready to go to California.
With the charging problems fixed, for now, the team can relax and enjoy one of the easiest stretches of the journey.
I think we're about a few miles away from the Golden Gate Bridge, which for me marks the entrance into San Francisco, which is one of the most anticipated locations for me on this entire trip. We'll be meeting up with some Zero motorcycle people who are bringing down a couple of electric bikes for us to try out, which hopefully we can drag up and down Golden Gate Bridge, which will be fantastically exciting.
You guys came all the way down from Santa Rosa in this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Toby.
I'm John. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Alex. Alex, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Perfect marriage of the SRZero with Zero motorbikes. It's all electric.
Hey, you guys did a good job. Looks like a lot of fun. When you drove up, I went, no way. No way.
Fantastic technology. It's certainly the future. It's great to see people like this setting an example, showing what electric power can do. It's going to be enjoyable to out-drag them on the SRZero motorcycle.
If you see the shot of the bridge right now like that, it's exactly the same as the pictures on the website. So we were planning for exactly this kind of shot, and we're actually here now.
It's just one of those feelings which can't really describe. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Ready to go.
As soon as we hit those red railings, we're on the Golden Gate Bridge. Here it comes, here it comes. Now! Woo! That is quite a view. How long have we dreamt about this? 3,500 miles later, after Chino Hot Springs, which is where we started, we end up here on the dang Golden Gate Bridge. Let's give it a bit of speed, shall we?
This is a great moment for me as well, because it's the first time I'm in San Francisco myself. So what a way to ride into this city on electric vehicles, Zero motorbikes and SRZeros. Can I hold on to the back of that while you drive? Yeah, do it.
Yeah, do it.
Hell yeah.
Try it.
Oh, we got this.
Do it.
All right, floor it.
It goes without saying that this should not be tried at home.
I floored it. Then came some tram rails along the ground, which obviously his skateboard would have got stuck in, so he suddenly jumped off and was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I think we just set a new record for skateboard speed without the use of pedal. But you know, it was great. I don't want to comment about the regulations, but I think we just said something new.
Yeah, I definitely think we broke a few laws, but it was John's fault.
Oh, no, no.
Amazing, huh? Great city.
Since leaving Alaska, San Francisco is the first chance to check how the car's undercarriage is bearing up to the journey. A local garage has offered the use of their facilities.
We're here at Luscious Garage. They're hybrid specialists here in San Francisco, and they very kindly agreed to host and charge our car here for free during the 3 days that we were in San Francisco.
First look we've ever had under the car. Let's see the damage.
The minute I heard about the idea, I immediately thought it was genius. The question is always range anxiety, where are you going to charge, etc. And this is kind of confronting a lot of those questions directly.
Yeah, you did anyway.
It's pretty good, actually. I'm very impressed that there's not even scrapes in the middle. It's just a front splitter, really. I'm very happy about that.
Rick is coming back again, which we are very happy about, so we can have some nice shots from the bike again. There he is.
Volunteer support motorcyclist Rick left the team in Canada to work for 2 weeks as a helicopter pilot in Hawaii. His return is much anticipated.
Good to have you back, amazing.
How was Hawaii?
Paradise.
Now the team is reunited, it's time to hit the famous California Highway 1. And for Clemens, it's the part of the trip he's been most looking forward to.
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, like a little kid dreaming to drive this car here on Highway 1.
There must be something going on, and I thought like we could see some whales or some wildlife.
So we were just driving past, and then we saw a couple of them having a fight over here, so slam on the brakes.
Some elephant seals, huge seals.
Oh, there they are. That's incredible. They're just lying there like in a big pile.
That's the life how you imagine it. Eating, sleeping.
They're like permanently stoned or something. Like one sprints 2 meters and then gets completely tired out, has to rest about 10 minutes and then can carry on going.
Yeah, it's you, Claudio. You snoring the other night. That's you. You You wake yourself up. Oh, what's the time? Oh, it's too early.
Thanks to the extra power supplies, the team is making good progress. They can now charge all night and drive during the day. The kilometers zip by as they head east.
Enjoying the heat? Oh, it's only 105 degrees Fahrenheit, so we're only kind of melting here.
They stop to charge up in a remote town called Helendale, where Claudio has arranged to meet an old friend.
A guy called Kyle Baumer, who Claudio met in Mongolia on his 2004 long-way round trip.
Kyle, brilliant to see you.
Brought some pizza for the gang. Everything in this town is closed right now.
The rest of the gang should turn up soon. They are on this road.
Okay, what's going on, guys?
If you wait a bit, you will see an amazing car.
I will wait then. And what kind of amazing car will we wait?
Yeah, we don't. It's a secret. You will see.
It's a secret? Okay.
Yeah.
This will be good. I'm looking forward to seeing the car.
Oh, is it an electric car? Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I'm very interested in it.
Could give you a quick ride in it.
Really?
Well, if you don't mind us breaking the speed limit up and down.
Speed limit? What speed? I'm just kidding.
Apparently there's a speed limit in this country.
Outside on that road?
These guys are gentlemen.
I remember seeing them.
By the way, Alex.
Yeah, it's the first time I met them, so I'm grateful that they're all cool about this tonight. But now he wants to ride in the car.
They're a little hard to keep up with. A little heavy on the gas pedal.
I think this is exceptional. This guy's just way too cool. I wish they were all this easy to get along with.
You guys are amazing. This is great. I'm in awe. I've never seen a vehicle.
That's what we like to hear.
I've never seen a vehicle like this, never even heard of such a thing. And you guys are making history, and thank you for letting me be a part of it. Thank you.
From what I'm told, they might actually leave on time today.
It's very, very early in the morning. It's about 5:30, which is half an hour ahead of schedule. I'd like to point out the first time that we are actually ahead of schedule in leaving. We're going to take Kyle for a ride, half an hour until we get past his workplace. We'll drop him off at work, and then we'll carry on to Vegas.
All right, it's Tuesday morning, and RGE's ready to get its kicks on Route 66. Let's rock. This is awesome. Hey, I will never, ever have a ride like that to work again. Never. Unbelievable.
We've got about a 3 or 4 hour drive into Vegas. We're going to go to a hotel and just blag our way into charging and accommodation, just like we did at the Fairmont in Seattle. This time, hopefully, we can sleep in a bit more luxury, but only time will tell.
Vegas, baby. This must be the coolest car you can drive into Vegas on the planet.
Damn right.
This is amazing. Ridiculously amazing, actually.
Vegas offers the chance of some welcome R&R. But in the city of risk and chance, Claudio and Rick's luck almost runs out.
Yeah, we were parked right here waiting for a red light. We got hit from the rear. The trailer hit me.
Hey, you guys all right? Woo. You guys cool, man? Okay.
The
trailer hit me as it was passing me by and threw me into you guys.
Hit the pannier down here. Nothing. That's it. Look at this guy's car.
The light turns green right over there in front of the truck.
Major damage.
But the star of the show, the SRZero, remained unscathed.
This ought to be good for some footage on the documentary. Accident on the way, of course, it has to be downtown Vegas. Very lucky. Very lucky.
Coming into Vegas was pretty crazy. It's dazzling, it's massive. It's the hugest hotels I've ever seen and with the craziest architecture ever.
And of course, we blagged our way into the Mirage
and started the same thing we started in Seattle with the Fairmont.
And we just pulled up with the car and we said, right, we need a place to charge, we need a place to park the car for the media to come and see it. We want to stay at your hotel, and we have, as you can see, we have a whole documentary team filming us for TV.
Alex does a good job on the blagging.
And they were so thrilled to have this car there at one of the most famous hotels in Vegas.
All right. Oh, you're videoing me?
Yeah.
You guys are too cool. Welcome to America, and congratulations on this new adventure. I think it's great. I think it's awesome.
So with the hotel blagged and the car on charge, it was time to hit the streets.
We had a really great night out. We went out, let our hair down a bit. A lot, actually.
And then, yeah, whatever happened in Vegas at night just stays in Vegas. I won't tell anything.
The next morning, the party mood is very much in the past. Time pressure is building up to cover 2,000 kilometers in 5 days to reach Austin in Texas. They have to attend a top-level conference hosted by National Instruments, the firm that provided the technology for the SRZero's electronic brain.
The next big obligation that we need to meet is NI Week over in Austin. It's a fantastic opportunity for us. We've been offered the chance to keynote at their conference with 3,000 to 5,000 attendees, 200 press. It's massive.
So much has been organized around us to be there on time.
Many challenges on different fronts. We've been hardly sleeping at all. Obviously, when we're trying to make a deadline like NI Week, you need to make progress as fast as possible, and that is as soon as the car's charged, you need to leave and carry on driving.
I've got to make sure the presentation's good and that all the PR's sorted when we get there. There's a lot of pressure all around, but you know, we're a team, we divide it up. It's not like it's all on one person, so it helps.
We made it to Austin in time. This was the only pivotal point about the whole planning of this journey, and we made it in time. Can't believe it. Bang on.
Yeah, today's a big day. It's the day of the National Instruments keynote presentation, and we're on in about half an hour. There's quite a few people around. So far we've been practicing for about 9 hours yesterday and a couple of hours this morning. Presenting in front of 3,000 people is ridiculous. So it's great for the CV if we can do it.
And in the audience are over 3,000 of the world's brightest engineers, scientists and educators. No pressure.
You know, I've got great respect for the guys presenting over there. Such a big screen, such a big audience. Having a keynote here is like headlining the Glastonbury Festival, the geek equivalent.
25 past 8, starts at 8:30. There's been a lot of work gone into this. Lots of late nights. The other guys have been out in Austin, so have we last night. Anyway, better go.
So we're going to start with a student team that is really pushing the limits of an electric vehicle. From the Racing Green and Turns team at the Imperial College of London, Alex de Zager, Toby Schultz, and Andy Hadlin.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. All right.
Good morning.
Thanks, mate.
The motor car has been one of the greatest inventions over the last 100 years, and there are now over 600 million vehicles worldwide. But whether or not you believe in climate change, the fact is...
Yeah, it went well. We all got our lines licked, which
that only happened for the first time this morning.
All right, thanks guys, that was great.
Thank you, Ray.
All right, good luck in the rest of your trip.
After the presentation, team member Pambo Palas is due to go home to continue his studies. But unexpectedly, Rick, who intended to follow the expedition all the way to Argentina, announces he has to go too, this time for good.
My job has kind of kept me overseas a lot, and I've got to put my priorities straight, try and reestablish a relationship with my kids.
And once again, thanks a lot. It's amazing to have you on board.
I don't know if it's like leaving my kids or leaving my best friends, or I feel like I'm 20 again when I'm around these guys.
There he goes. That's a shame that he's leaving now. What are we going to do without him? Claudio, what are you going to do?
I really don't know. Replacing Rick won't be easy.
The easiest part of the trip, North America, is nearly over. Ahead lies Mexico and South America.
We're on our way towards the Mexican border,
which is something the whole team has been a little nervous about, given all the advice and information we've been given from various people.
I guess we all have a little bit of a feeling in our bellies that we just don't know what's coming.
You know, there's new articles online every day, the things that have happened, people that have been kidnapped or murdered. And you know, if someone puts a gun to our heads and says, give us the car, then it could just be product over just like that in 1 minute.
At a nearby garage, they encounter a family who have first-hand experience of the security situation in Mexico.
I'm very happy to get local advice. This is the best we can get.
We're from Mexico, we love Mexico, but we're having big trouble with criminal organizations.
Yeah.
Try not to stop at all and don't talk to anybody there. They're killing people just because.
Yeah. You hear all these news from the media, and sometimes they're exaggerating, but there is some truth in it.
You are going to want you to panic, but be careful.
Yeah. Just be prepared for the worst and hope for the best.
Heard a very loud something on the left side pod. Get out.
Did you drive over something?
No, good back here.
It's the rose joint.
You know what?
It's a wee bit worse. That's the top end of the damper here. And that's where it was once attached to. And it's just broken off.
We don't have a spare of the dampers. It's one of the last things would have expected to fail.
These are racing components and potentially quite tough to come by.
All I can say is at least it didn't happen in Mexico. That would be a lot worse.
With a broken damper and no spares, the team are clearly not ready to enter the dangerous border areas of Mexico.
Looks promising.
Before venturing into Mexico, the team need to mend their broken shock absorber.
If we can find somebody around here that can help us, they got all the equipment in there.
So that's what happened. That was on here once before.
Let's take the shaft off.
Yeah. Make the thread longer.
Let me try.
Yeah, awesome.
Basically makes it a little shorter, but it's pretty good.
Now they can leave for Mexico tomorrow morning.
Thank you very much. You saved the day. Very exciting times. Now the venture really begins because we don't know what to expect. Going into places we've never been before, places we've been advised to be extremely careful or avoid altogether, so serious uncertainty.
They've been warned that the first 250 kilometers into Mexico are the most dangerous. It's drug baron and bandit territory.
We're ready to go to the other side
drive that now? Yeah, after you.
To avoid trouble, the team is planning to cross the border early in the morning before things heat up.
We just crossed the border into Mexico, and then this car started kind of following us. Mexican TV channel, TV22. They've just been whipping around the road trying to get an interview. So now we give them a 5-minute interview. And as soon as they start filming, the police then start pulling us over at the same time. So they got police, media, and we've been in the country, literally 5 minutes now, and it was 2 minutes when all this started kicking off. Should be a very different and lively experience, I think, going through Mexico.
Good start for Mexico. Instantly good company, lots of action, perfect.
But now we really have to boost. We don't want to get stopped in this border region here where we've been warned literally 50 to 150 miles. It's really dangerous territory. So we just need to go for it. Driving the Pan American Highway in a normal car through these countries is a pretty major undertaking in itself, let alone doing it with 2 cars, one of which is a prototype and is currently running on one extremely damaged damper. It makes for very, very exciting times.
What's the problem? Well, I heard a big crack on the right-hand side.
Look at that. Seems like exactly the same.
Yeah, that's not good. That's very bad, in fact.
The second shock absorber has snapped, just like the first.
Exactly what we didn't want to happen happened. Broken down on the first leg into Mexico. It's now getting dark. There's no phone reception. Let's hope we can do a bodge job, get to Santillo.
It's glued in, that's the problem. Yeah. So we're gonna heat it up and melt that glue.
Theoretically, it should work if we've got like high enough temperature.
No! The glue is not heat affected.
It's not hot enough.
It's not that much, it's really hot. I'm hitting the end of all ideas.
The team decide to split forces. Clemens, Nick and Toby will go to the nearest town to find some help, leaving Alex and Andy with the car, feeling rather uneasy.
We're stuck in one of the most potentially dangerous zones in the world. We have more murders than Afghanistan and Iraq combined. What's that noise? A rattlesnake.
This hotel, we luckily found the Yellow Pages, which is all over the world, which is a really good thing. And in the Yellow Pages, we found a 24-hour towing service, but we need a special towing service, not just with a rope. We need a proper trailer.
We've been waiting here for just over an hour now.
Had a bit of an adrenaline rush, don't know what's going to happen next. Hoping the guys have fixed the shock absorber.
I'm being bitten by ants and mosquitoes and it's not very nice.
4 hours later, help finally arrives.
We arrived in that place at like 8 o'clock at night. It was too late to get anything fixed properly.
What a sad picture. The last time I saw the SRZero on a trailer was when it left London.
Very sad. A true low point so far. Most important thing is getting it back on the road and working again so we can continue the journey.
Now we're in Saltillo, trying to get our second shock fixed, just the same way as we did the first.
If you have 2 hands, you might as well use one to hold something in front of your eyes instead of having a welding mask.
We managed what we couldn't do yesterday. I guess our flares weren't hot enough. That looks good. Question is the thread long enough? to last for Mexico City because it's really little left and it could be quite weak.
So if it works, all the way to Mexico City with this.
Back at the hotel, they've got some visitors.
Amazing! Made it! I put out this Twitter message for motorcycle support, and Chris Sorby, he comes down with his girlfriend Cynthia from Montana. That's right at the top of the United States. They came down in 4 days to meet us here in Mexico. Incredible.
It was 2 days without sleep though. We just went and finally just had to rest.
The good thing was that we had the motorcycle, everything was ready. We had our shots, we had our passports ready, we had the whole shebang going on, and we were pretty much self-sufficient.
You are from Argentina originally?
Originally, yeah.
So we might even have somebody who speaks proper Spanish?
Possibly.
I really want to learn how to do some tango. Maybe she's the person. Maybe she is the person to teach us some dance moves. But maybe we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. We're only just now. We'll talk about dance moves in the future. Right now, let's concentrate on getting to Mexico City, and then we can get the car repaired and sort ourselves up.
Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. big sponsors day where we're gonna meet local press, international press as well, at a press conference, and we're gonna meet KPMG executives and KPMG clients as well.
Distance today is 250 miles, which usually isn't a problem at all, but one of our power supplies blew one fuse and we just don't know how much is in there.
To do 250 miles with quite hilly roads and then get into Mexico City, the largest city in the world population-wise, makes me especially quite nervous that we might run out of juice.
Here we are on really low charge. We don't really know if we can make it or not. Traffic is absolute mayhem, which kind of adds to the problems because the more chaotic the traffic is, the more charge you use.
With 120 kilometers still to go, they decide to pull into a service station to see if they can charge up. They're cutting it fine. It's 10 o'clock at night and they need to be in Mexico City, bright-eyed and alert by 8 the next morning.
Done a quick intermediate charge here, 110 kilometers from Mexico City.
Crazy traffic and then our KPMG event all day long, so it's going to be a tough day.
It's going to be wet and wild, I'll tell you that much.
I doubt that we'll be in bed before 5 a.m. So it's going to be a very short night again.
Yes, we're there. Very happy to be here.
Despite two of the most unexpected failures we could have imagined, we still managed to get to Mexico City on time.
This is part of the adventure, you said so. Now we understand it. But we were nervous. We have to accept we were nervous last night.
So today in the morning we're going to be meeting the KPMG staff, and after that we're going to be talking to press, so let's see what happens.
It's an example to all the student communities around the world that they dream with something and they are making a reality.
Unbelievable reception from these guys. I mean, we haven't done anything like this in the trip so far. I think even if we'd gone a week without sleep, we would still be awake and juiced up for now. Then we're going for dinner, and then we're going dancing. We won't be doing any drinking whatsoever.
After the tension of the press event, it's great to let loose and get drowned in some of the local culture.
A really great bunch of people, absolutely fantastic place this.
The way to do it.
Next morning, the team have 1 day left to replace the broken shocks. On the way back from picking up the spare parts, the van gets caught in their first tropical rainstorm.
We just had a bit of a downpour for about 20 minutes and the road is completely flooded. It's, I don't know, maybe up to a foot in places.
Guatemala should be even worse with it, like everyday rain.
I think around these Central American countries, it's going to get really bad.
Or if we get caught in the SRZero in a downpour like that, the entire high voltage system would probably short out somewhere. That'd be pretty fatal for the car and probably for the person sitting inside. 600 volts water, it's not a good combination.
It's now just after 6:30 and we really want to get to Oaxaca as fast as possible and get out of Mexico City before the rush hour starts, which is like now.
Mexico City is one hell of a place. Just gotta have 2 eyes and borrow 2 more eyes to drive in this city. It's fun, it's kind of like video games.
The SRZero now has 2 new shock absorbers at the back. The battery is fully charged and the 3 power supplies are all working. The 450 kilometers to Oaxaca should be hassle-free.
Getting up early meant that we could make some good progress so far. I'm really happy. So we'll be in Oaxaca quite early today.
Basically, there's a road blockade up ahead. There's demonstrations. Some people are saying something about the bus companies being, I don't know, they raised the fares. People don't want to cooperate, so they're on strike.
¿Somos putos o qué pedo?
And they've blocked the main roads in and out of the city for this rush hour period today. Really, this is a big welcome to Central America, I think. Tropical rain and demonstrations and road blockades.
Todos tenemos que esperar.
Hasta las 6.
Hasta las 6 se van a ir. Pésima suerte. He's saying very bad luck that we came through today because it's not every day, it's just today that they're doing this.
What are we going to do?
Sit and wait till 7 apparently.
You have to spend your time somehow.
Kilometers from our hotel. We stopped there at 4 o'clock. It's now 9 o'clock. It's taken us 5 hours to get to the hotel.
It's a pretty place, but in the morning, Oaxaca brings more frustration. The SRZero hadn't charged overnight because the power supply in the hotel garage proved too weak. The team is now looking for an urgent top-up to reach the next destination, a wind farm 250 kilometers further south. Fortunately, the British Embassy is offering help.
We're trying to work with the team to solve the problems with charging the car. I'm really hopeful that we can find some solutions soon. But if not, I mean, patience is something that they need to work on because that's unfortunately the way a lot of things work in Mexico.
A few phone calls later, Sergio comes up trumps.
We're here at the Federal Commission for Electricity, one of the substations. I thought it was going to be a good idea to talk to one of these people and see if they have a good spot to charge the car.
Alta tensión, peligro, high voltage, danger is ultimately what we're after.
We end up having a couple of engineers making all the connections for us so the car could have 220 voltage charge. We didn't break any rules, so it's all official, it's all legal. It's Mexico, but in a good way.
I've never seen anything like it before, and it's helped us out a great deal. We've got our car on full power charge now, and should be ready to go in a few hours' time, so we can continue on our journey.
Good to be back on the road, and hopefully we'll make it to the wind farm. It's 180 miles to go. Hopefully there's not too much rain. Tropical rain is just ridiculous. It's completely crazy. It's like in the shower.
And true to form, the heavens opened.
shower had opened for like 5 minutes. It wasn't even 5 minutes and it was over.
All of a sudden, you couldn't even see the lines of the road. And then as Chris was saying, 2-3 minutes later, it just completely cleared.
So here we are at La Venta wind farm in La Ventosa. The boys have been up late last night, up until about 7 a.m. plugging us into here. So wind turbine spin, generate electricity. It goes down underground, up through there, and into here. Why is this such a windy location?
Aquí en esta parte de la República Mexicana estamos en la cintura, en lo que es el Istmo de Tehuantepec. Al norte tenemos el Golfo de México.
He's saying that we are the thinnest part of the country, so there's a short distance between the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean, and the difference in the temperature between the two oceans makes the wind factor to go higher.
So we've been allowed to go and climb up inside a wind turbine and go and stand on the top and see what the view's like. Once in a lifetime experience here. Shay's woken up finally after about an hour's sleep.
I'm quite missing the sleep right now, but I'm sure it will be worth it.
I'm really excited. I can't wait to go up. It's got to be a lifetime dream for anyone, really, hasn't it? Go up a wind turbine. Or is that just me? I don't know if that's really geeky or not. I think it's cool. Here we are, 44 meters up in the air, surrounded by these blades, 25 meter in length, each of them. So this La Venta wind farm can apparently supply up to 20% of the region's electricity at peak. That's pretty phenomenal. You know, it just shows you what electric vehicles can be in the future. Zero emissions properly, but there's still so much work that needs to be done, as we see every day with charging infrastructure.
Where possible, the team have tried to use renewable energy, but the reality is that most electricity comes from non-renewable sources. This is a rare treat.
Charging here straight off the wind, got us fully charged in 8 hours. Means we're ready to go for the next leg of the journey now.
Getting prepared to get to the border with Guatemala. I keep on pushing and we're gonna be there. Let's go. Go, go, go.
They're heading for Guatemala, the start of the Central American section of the Racing Green Journey. Alex does some homework to find out what to expect.
This is a brief insight into Guatemala's local history. In 1954, Aravelo's freely elected Guatemalan successor was overthrown in a coup orchestrated by the US Central Intelligence Agency. Colonel Carlos Castillo Armas was installed as president in 1954 and ruled until he was assassinated by a member of his personal guard in 1957. Substantial evidence points to the role of the American United Fruit Company as instrumental in this coup. So basically, we had American companies assassinating presidents because they were threatening their business.
First Central American border. My initial thoughts would be about security.
Yeah, the roads are going to be bad in Guatemala, that's what I'm a little worried about, but other than that, it doesn't matter that there's 40 murders a week in Guatemala City alone.
On the bright side, Guatemala is renowned for its natural beauty. And for their part, the Guatemalans are soon admiring the beauty of the SRZero. Even it seems the heavily armed police. Keeping the constabulary in a good mood will be their next challenge. The SRZero clearly offers more novelty value than machine guns.
You like my hat?
And Toby uses the opportunity to test his Spanish and preach the electric car gospel to the welcoming crowd.
Hola a todos. Somos un equipo de Inglaterra que hemos construido un carro eléctrico. Tiene una velocidad máxima de 190 kilómetros por hora. queremos demostrar a la gente un medio de transporte que no contamina, que no hace ruido, que es mucho más barato para el mantenimiento.
Some more electric car fans, I think, so that's always good.
We've been here for the last 2 hours, and just the reception we've got here has just blown away all the receptions combined. But you know, now it's getting dark and it's only 4:45, and you can see already the Guatemalan jungle awaiting us, some dark clouds ahead, and I'm sure they're going to dump their load fairly soon, which is going to obviously drench Andy and his passenger there. We have Francisco, he's helping us get across the border and making phone calls and doing all sorts of things.
Francisco has organized a police escort to get them safely to Guatemala City, 170 kilometers away. But there's nothing he can do about Guatemala's ubiquitous speed bumps.
Lots and lots and lots of speed bumps. I've never seen so many speed bumps in my life before. It's really quite slow going at the moment.
We're testing Nick's handiwork with the suspension at the back even more. Let's hope it holds up.
But apart from that, we've got a police escort, so that's pretty cool. You know, you guys here with AK-47s, awesome. So no need to feel scared or anything.
But guns can't combat the speed bumps. It will be a long, bone-rattling journey late into the night. After a few hours sleep, the whole team turns out in time for a planned media event.
And just imagine how clean our cities would be. Imagine how much quieter our cities would be if every car was electric.
Then the Guatemalan heavens open.
I mean, look at this rain out there. It's just absolutely crazy.
We've heard this rain doesn't just last in 2-hour bursts like we previously thought. It lasts for like the whole day.
This is the time when we have, within the rainy season, the most amount of water. And so we have floods, roads are washed up. You don't know literally from hour to hour how the road is going to be. I would say it's going to be a challenge just getting out of this city today.
The next destination is San Salvador, capital of El Salvador. It's only 170 kilometers away, but in these extreme conditions, it's a risk.
Pretty scared mostly of, you know, basically you've got a little river on the road. It's crazy. I mean, we can't drive through that. We've got a ground clearance of 3.5 inches. That's probably what I'm most scared about is standing water. So Nick and myself are going to do some work on the car, prepare it for the rainy season in Central America. I mean, they told us about it, but I probably did underestimate it slightly. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, this rain is just crazy. We run off a very high voltage in the car, nearly 600 volts in the battery pack. And we all know that you get water in somewhere in the car where it will conduct between the battery pack, then it could be extremely dangerous. 600 volts from a battery pack is more than enough to kill 2 people.
There's only one way to find out whether the SRZero stands up to the tropical rains.
Whoa, look up ahead, guys. I would have gone over the S.Argentina.
This is insane.
I mean, when you have potholes in this weather, you can't see them because all the water fills them up and goes over the top. So you just have no idea where they are. Yeah, one big pothole could be game over for the project.
We're running brand new components in there which have never been tested before in this weather, day in, day out. You're always constantly worrying about the what-if scenarios. You know, did we design it right? Was everything waterproofed correctly? And you know, so far you'd have to say yes, but at the same time, as engineers, we're all wondering, well, did we actually do the right job, and are we just waiting for a catastrophe to happen?
Whoa, we made it!
Well done, boys.
Absolutely drenched.
It's 2 hours driving. Hans aged by about 80 years.
Such an endurance test. The absolute ultimate endurance test.
Look at the boy who made it. What we found out is if you go a little bit faster, you hit the brakes, you have so much water gushing forwards in the car. I don't know how much is under the seat and in the electronics now, but it's all still working, so I guess it wasn't enough to kill the car, so it didn't kill us either, so it's going well.
Next morning, the clouds have cleared and the team start getting used to VIP treatment.
The interesting thing now is that in these Central American countries, we're getting escorts like from border to border. And in El Salvador, they actually have like the police for important people, so we're very important, being escorted. And yeah, it also means that we don't get mugged, and they also know the local terrain.
La carretera es un poco angosta de un solo carril. Este es lo más importante de aprovechar ahorita para avanzar.
We've got a police car with 4 people with M16s inside. 2 police cars behind, I don't know what guns they got there. We don't stop at any red lights, like police got their sirens blowing, we just go straight through any speed we want to go at. Making sure that nobody comes into our convoy here, and occasionally somebody has strayed in and they've completely sandwiched them out, and then they've been pulled over by other police and been given a ticket. Taking us completely by surprise. And not only that, but the road has been like unblemished, literally. I don't think there's been like a deviation of more than like a centimetre in the road surface. It's better than any road I've ever driven in the UK.
That was the most ridiculous drive of my life. Incredible.
Went straight through, sirens on all the time, through all the red lights. It's absolutely awesome.
I've always dreamed about a police escort with M16s. I got my police escort with M16s today.
With a great network of local contacts, the team is making good progress. They've now crossed into Costa Rica and are taking the opportunity to visit a major geothermal power plant. Electricity here comes from harnessing the massive energy contained in the Earth's molten core.
It's very impressive, all this steam just coming off the Earth completely naturally. Shows how much energy there is down there. Oh, it's like boiling in there, literally. It takes a lot of energy to heat water up. There's a stream and it's just boiling. It brings geography alive. Come on, dunk it. Dunk it. Ah! What they're doing is they're tapping into essentially the bottom of a volcano, and they're extracting water 280, 300 degrees Celsius. Bubbling away. I don't know if this is safe being done here.
So here you can see the pipeline which is taking in the two-phase fluid, that's the liquid water and the steam all mixed together. That then goes across into the turbine hall, the big blue-grey building you can see behind me, which has got 2 55 megawatt steam generators in there. So in total this plant is generating 110 megawatts of electricity, which equates to around about 15% of the total electricity consumption in Costa Rica. They have the potential to have the entire country covered by just geothermal power. And there are 8 other sites, because obviously it's in the Pacific Ring of Fire, so there's loads of volcanic activity around. But every other site is designated a national park, so you can't build it, and you can't test it, you can't do anything. So they have this great resource that they could use, but they don't want to damage the national park, and so it's a question of compromise and it's a question of politics. Always seems to be the way, doesn't it? And no one makes a good holistic decision taking into account everything. So I'll be very interested to check back in a few years and see how the situation has changed, if it's changed.
News has arrived that there's a possibility of shipping the vehicles from Panama to Colombia in 2 days' time. If they miss it, another crossing could be weeks away, so there's no time to lose.
Whoa. Gotta wonder what on earth must have happened. And it also makes you seriously consider how dangerous this all is. I mean, we haven't had a crash yet, but clearly the likelihood of it happening is relatively high.
God forbid. Driving along, not that fast, 55 miles an hour or so, there was a bump in the road. We came down quite hard off it and we heard a sound. Don't know what that sound was. And then the car just stopped. This is a problem. I think we need to take the back off and have a look.
We stopped just after a bend, which is not the best place you want to stop. So trying to slow down all these trucks and these lorries that come flying past so that they don't cause a big accident.
Stranded on a dangerous bend, the team can't work out what stopped the car.
Yeah, a car and a lorry and a couple more cars coming from me in about 20 seconds. Over.
Low voltage still works, like for example, the indicators, the hazard lights, that still works fine. But, you know, the Rio computer won't start. So if that's damaged and the car's just not moving at all.
The car has a lot of wires. Not always easy to get out all of them. So we could be here for a while.
Trying to get to Panama City today, and because we've got like another press event tomorrow, like all day. This is in my mind right now, like to think about, you know, what's happening and if we can actually make it there.
Easy. Well, actually, it's come down to a switch that had gone off, and it's the switch that detects if you have a crash, and then it will just turn the car off automatically if you have a crash, obviously for safety. So that's very good.
It's fixed now, so should be good to go in 10 minutes or so.
It's clearly an advantage to have the guys on board who actually built the car. To their credit, so far, they could fix everything.
A few hours later, and with a new VIP escort, the team arrives in Panama City.
Crazy, crossing red lights through Panama City.
It marks the end of North and Central America and is the halfway point of the Racing Green expedition. A good reason to celebrate. And as a special bonus, the team is allowed to charge the SRZero using hydropower from the Miraflores lock at the Panama Canal.
240 volts.
This is like Toby's Christmas. A little Toby station they've just made up. Life is ridiculous sometimes. We've somehow acquired diplomatic status for Panama. This is so cool. So cool.
The diplomatic status for the Racing Green team was arranged by the British Embassy, who also set up several publicity events to show off the SRZero.
I think it's an excellent project. It's one that's been very well worth doing, and we're very pleased that we've been able in our small way to help ensure that the team get through Panama very quickly.
Look at him after 30 seconds of exercise, he's panting.
Aduana Santos, they have our documents. It's the customs broker.
Whilst Andy, Toby and Alex are having fun, Clemens is busy with tedious paperwork for the shipping to Colombia.
There is a road from Alaska to Panama. There is no road from Panama to Colombia. So we have to ship. Sometimes it's not as easy. There is no direct ferry. It has to go into a container.
Yesterday I was almost devastated because I got a call at 4:30 telling me, you know, the ship is full, you can't get your container.
Last time we had an expedition through here, they'd had to wait several weeks. We've done our best with the shipping agents here to help, and we're very pleased that there is an opportunity to get the car shipped out very quickly.
This morning, suddenly, it somehow is again possible to go there. So you need to have the right contacts.
Clemens just rang us up and said we need to have our cars, everything, in an hour to the police station.
The whole team needs to be there for some reason. Right now we're in a very dodgy part of town by the looks of it. Doesn't really look like a police station to me.
Muy peligroso. People get killed here every day.
really.
The police check is a matter of security, that we are not shipping drugs or anything illegal, or that the car is not stolen or anything.
You're going from one office to the other office that says, no, this is closed on Mondays, this is only open on Thursday.
Documents were incorrectly filled out, so we need to go and fill them out somewhere else and then bring them back here. Rush on a Friday afternoon.
Let's keep positive. We will get it. We will get our inspection and we will get to Colón today.
It also depends very much on the mood of the official here. You know, whether he had a good nap, whether he had some good lunch, whether he had a good night's sleep last night.
Okay, we got the permission to exit the country for the cars and the motorcycle.
Here it is, our booking confirmation for Sunday, 3rd of September.
Now you can begin your trip to Colón to leave the cars and everything at the port.
Look at this. Look at this. We're right under one of these container cranes. The ships are right here, man.
No way. I'm getting so excited. Driving the car into the container.
Say goodbye to her for a few days.
It's sealed, all 3 vehicles inside. It's great. You see them on the other side in Colombia.
I'm already thinking about next one. When is it going to be in Cartagena? How long is it going to take out of Cartagena? But for the moment, I'm very happy.
But 2 days later, there's bad news.
Our container is supposed to be on the ship already, but somehow is not. And I called them, so like, what's happening? Where's our container? Yeah, and they said, yeah, the container is waiting for the ship to be picked up on Monday, but not this Monday, next Monday.
Very, very annoying. And Clemens is actually taking it very, very well, and he's doing an extremely good job. It's just unbelievable how many things just go wrong.
They don't care. They don't care if we leave today or if we leave in a week's time and are paid already $850. It's just absolutely insane how they not care about you.
There's nothing Clemens can do about the 1-week shipping delay. The team flies ahead to Colombia, hoping their precious cargo will catch up with the team in Cartagena. After 10 days of waiting, the container finally arrives in Colombia. But getting the cargo released turns into another bureaucratic marathon.
De la aduana se fue, ya llamé para que regresara.
So Clemens and Toby have just been working every single day, getting this signed, getting that stamped.
Basically having a lot of fun with Colombian bureaucracy. 2 days of literally running from one office to the next, to the bank, back to one office, to the port, to the customs, back to an office. Here, there all day. Started at 8 o'clock in the morning, finished at 6 o'clock in the evening yesterday. And then started again at 8 o'clock this morning and should be able to get our cars out, so it's all climaxing now.
But only Toby is allowed inside the port. The rest of the team watch from outside. When the SRZero appears, there's much relief.
It's just going to be absolutely fantastic. It means we're on schedule. It means we're going to meet all our events that we've got planned for the rest of South America. It sets the trip up brilliantly. Just cannot wait for the rest of South America.
But just as they thought they were back on the road...
What happened?
Looking through the wheel arch, started burning. So like, trying to put the fire out with some water. Couldn't get at it, so I had to take the rear off. Luckily some guys came with a fire extinguisher. That's quite cool. And it looks like some wire is burnt through for some reason. I don't know why. We've got to go back.
Half an hour after leaving the container, the fire started unprompted in the parked SRZero. Toby was standing nearby filling out more custom forms when flames and smoke suddenly appeared in the rear of the car.
Toby must have been with the car all the time. I just don't get how this catches fire.
We need to get in there to see the car. We need to get the car out so we can see what's going on. It could be severe, it could be fixable. I don't know what the situation is.
It's a disastrous start to the South American leg of the journey.
One of the cables burnt through. Obviously there was a short somewhere. You can see the burnt marks in the battery pack. There's a bit of a fireworks show. Not what we really wanted to start the South American continent on.
Started burning here, the pins somehow. We don't really know. In the rain we never had a problem before. And rainwater is not particularly conductive, but seawater is very, very conductive and very aggressive. So I think that's the reason.
We've got a lot of work to do to fix it.
Yeah, now we're having emergency discussion lunch in a very nice German restaurant here in Cartagena.
We need to actually establish whether it can be repaired or not, and that can only be done in, a proper, secure garage where we have facilities.
It is 320 miles from here to Medellin.
I say we find a trailer now, work it on there, go there tomorrow. Much bigger city, much more likely to find everything.
Addressing the issue of trucking it down a section of the Pan American Highway. Not ideal, but we're not going to complete it if we don't get it fixed, so.
Trucking the car on a trailer to Medellin, where the facilities are better, is the practical solution. But on reflection, the team finds that hard to swallow.
So we couldn't live with the idea of trucking the car to Medellin. We're here at the University Politecnico to fix the car. We've managed to get some space. The guys are inside working on the car, and now we have a secure, dry location to get the car back on the road. We don't want to cheat. We want to drive every inch of the Pan American Highway, and that's why we're staying in Cartagena until the car's fixed again.
Giving the car a complete overhaul.
Cleaning is the first step.
It's definitely really strange, so many times when I was actually filming, things go wrong.
Either he's in the car and he breaks it, or it's his birthday and he gets a birthday present and it breaks.
I'm sorry about it.
Clemens is completely stressed now, as I can understand, because he was working so hard getting the car first out of Panama, then here as quickly as possible, and now it's here, but it's broken.
We're losing credibility. We've been driving continuously and didn't have any issues with the car, and then suddenly we'll be stuck for 2 weeks just to fix it.
Toby was saying this afternoon, if they find the problem, it can be up and running again in 2 hours. There's only a finite amount of things that can be wrong with it.
The problem, though, is figuring out what these things are.
Well, we fixed all the fire damage, which is good, but we're finding very, very odd behavior when we're starting up the car.
Can't work on a problem that's not consistent. Sometimes something's working, sometimes it isn't. Then something else stops working, and then it does work again, and yeah, you just don't know where to start. It's crazy. I don't know.
We've been thinking about it probably for 2-3 hours now. Just can't work it out. Don't know what it is. This car, don't care how, it's gonna make it to Argentina. Don't care how, it's gonna make it. Even if you have to hold it down and drag it, I don't know. 5 of us in front of it, like when they built the pyramids. It's gonna make it.
Never give up.
No, never give up. We never give up.
They all feel the same way. No matter how long it takes, they are determined to get this car back onto the road. It took them 6 long days in a hot, airless garage, but finally they are on the South American roads. 2 days driving will get them to Medellin.
It's great to be back on the road. The driving here is the worst driving I've ever seen, multiplied by 1,000,000. They just have no concept of anything yet. Very stressful, very stressful.
This always reminds me it's actually quite dangerous what we are doing, driving these thousands and thousands of miles. And I guess falling asleep is probably the biggest risk.
Nobody ever knows what's around the next bend. Heavy rains washed away half the road here. But with a police escort guiding them down the fastest roads, the team is beginning to fall for Colombia's charm.
Driving through this landscape, seeing this country on a beautiful day, lakes, mountains, it's stunning.
Viva Colombia!
The only thing you really hear about Colombia is the violence of the FARC and the drug problem, and well, that clearly is still a problem for this country. It has so much more to offer than that. Tonight we're going to be charging up at university. I think we're meeting Juan, who's been very patiently waiting for us. It'd be nice to finally meet him and show him that this project is real, it's not just a fantasy.
It's nice that they could fix it in Cartagena, because the nice thing is to go the whole way from Alaska through Argentina on the road. And Colombia has beautiful places to see, and it's better to do it driving and not in a truck.
We've now driven since Cartagena about 650 kilometers without a single problem with the car.
I'm so happy. Today was a really, really successful day.
We've seen big problems, we've overcome them, and we haven't cheated. And it feels good. It feels very good.
But there's a big challenge ahead. The next leg leads into the mountains, and the SRZero will have to climb 2,500 meters, higher than ever before, really pushing the boundaries.
So today we are going from Medellin to Bogota. It's a 250-mile stretch, so it's a really long one, and we're going up and down, so we're consuming a lot of energy, basically. Today will be a very interesting drive because we can test our regenerative braking system. Basically, that you use the electric motors as generators. You're gaining potential energy when you're going uphill, and you can regain that energy by going downhill, which would be very interesting how much we can actually regain today, and should be like 5%.
We've only got one driver in the car, that's Clemens right now, and no wing on the car. The reason why we've got Clemens in and no wing is A, to reduce the weight, and B, to reduce the drag on the car. And that basically conserves energy and gives us a longer range.
We've covered 180 kilometers, only used 25% energy. If we were to continue driving like this, we could drive over 700 kilometers, which is just fantastic. But then, going up here should consume a lot of energy, because in the end, we're going to end up at like 2,600 meters just here in Bogota. Quite worried about whether we can actually make it.
Certainly pushing the limits of how far this car can go in this kind of terrain.
Probably gonna have to take it slowly because there's so many trucks, and at night it's very difficult to overtake. So we're just gonna be stuck behind the trucks and take it real slow. 60% battery left.
Driving through these mountains is pretty crazy. Trucks and buses with absolutely suicidal attitudes to life, dancing their way up and down the mountain, and trying to keep a little electric car and a van together going up and down these mountains is quite difficult.
We're not exactly sure how much energy we'll consume, because if you're behind trucks, you have to slow down. and then you want to overtake them, and it takes a lot of energy to overtake them again. There are a lot of uncertainties here.
The stretch from Medellin to Bogota, we will probably be the first electric car to have done that on one charge. Obviously that's quite a milestone to be proud of. Range-wise, even though it looked quite tight at one point, I'm pretty confident that will make it.
Yeah, 30% left, 50 kilometers. That shouldn't be a problem. You just coast down into Bogota. Coming down, you regen a few percent, not a huge amount, but a decent amount. I mean, there's a lot of turns in it, so you actually do have to use your mechanical brakes from time to time as well. But yeah, you get some back. At least you're not using anything.
Health and safety regulations are kept quite loose here in Colombia. We haven't been blessed by the nanny state yet.
Yeah, just arrived in Bogota. It was very demanding for the car, but it made it. Without range, there's still plenty of juice left, so that's good. And tomorrow we have a day off before our press event on Wednesday, Thursday, forgetting the days. We're here. Put it inside, put it on charge.
Right up to drive, Jimmy. We made it. We made it from Medellin to Bogota, 250 miles. Probably the first electric car in a while to do this.
Always surprises you, this car. You know, you think, oh, it's going to push it, but then has a little bit extra in the tank. It's good.
Even with a spare day in Bogota, the team has no time for sightseeing. With constant changes in the schedule, they have to plan the route ahead, and decisions can be hard to come by.
Here from Bogota, where we are right now, we want to get to Cali, 480 kilometers.
I mean, yeah, it is a very long stretch, but the mountain is quite in the middle.
I'm personally not happy with it. I think it's dangerous.
I think it's more sensible to break it up.
You know, when we're going to be in Argentina then, if, you know, we're not pushing it?
It's a risk. It's a risk more than what we've taken so far.
So if we can combine this, driving it from Bogota and then start in Armenia very early in the morning.
I mean, it breaks it up into very
That's a good compromise.
Leave for Paso next day, I think that's a perfect compromise.
So that's decided. They will take 2 days to get to Cali and 1 long day to get to Pasto, close to the border with Ecuador. But there is still plenty to do before setting off.
So here you can see
Press coverage on this trip has been tremendous.
a picture taken in October last year,
But the media is a hungry beast that needs constant feeding.
and it was finished in March, so 9 months to build this electric car.
And all this takes time and effort. And then the star of the show can't be neglected.
Car's always first and then it's us. We need brake lights. Not brake lights that are always on, but brake lights that are on when you're braking.
The more work we do on the car, obviously, the more we learn about the things that we don't know. So.
Not much we don't know, and the things we don't know, the longer the journey is, the more we know about it, so by the end we'll surely know everything. Yes. Problem found. Woohoo! Always feels good.
Sometimes it feels like the easiest part of this journey is to be on the road. But then the car decides we need another lesson.
Our DC-DC converter that charges the low voltage battery, the 12-volt system, seems just to have broken. And now we have to take the seat out, take the DC-DC out, adjust the replacement unit to the correct voltage, put that in. Probably takes 40 minutes, an hour.
Always surprises around the corner.
When there's a problem, then the team's morale goes a little bit down, and Claudio's morale goes up. We have way drama. And then when everything's going smoothly, the team are nice and happy, and
Claudio's like, oh no, this is boring. Where's the drama? Where's the entertainment? So we're kind of like yin and yang, you know, with the team and the filming. So always maintaining that sense of perfect balance, I think.
What it appears, it's just a cable has obviously worn away and just snapped under some heat shrink. So we've checked it out. We know exactly the length of cable. We'll just bridge it with a wire.
So yeah, that was really like 10 minutes, and in another 10, when everything's back together again, we'll be on the move. It's good.
Oh, I just realised actually, after putting everything back in again, the fan wasn't turning on. Maybe we've dislodged a wire or something, or possibly the fuse has gone, something like that.
That's a fuse that was gone, and the question is why did it break? Because it shouldn't have.
Aha! Look what it did to the chassis. Look what it did, Toby, look.
Yeah, you never know everything about the car, and now we know that the bodywork pretty much sits on this chassis tube here, and the cable just chafed through and was shorting it to the chassis.
The car is just such a complicated beast, and we've actually had very mild problems for a prototype that was built in 9 months. 10 minutes, we found out exactly what the problem is. Hasn't delayed us much at all, and now we are a lot the wiser for anything like this happening again.
Simple problems, but they still take time.
Let's get this car through.
We had a lot of challenges to overcome since we arrived in Colombia, but it doesn't mean we are eager to leave. In fact, it's the opposite.
It's just fantastic how enthusiastic people are. Today, there were school buses passing by there. They're shouting and waving at you. It's just so cool to see that. Everywhere you go, you get these positive reactions. And all the support that we are getting here, it's just stunning.
They've got 3 more days driving to get to the last Colombian town, Pasto. The route takes them over the biggest mountain range on the trip, La Línea. But with the car now performing perfectly, it doesn't seem to be a problem. Getting a ride into Pasto is Sebastian, an ex-racing driver who offered to help the team along the way.
Pasto, at last.
First time in the car, yeah, amazing. No noise, acceleration, it's amazing, and really smooth. I mean, this is just amazing.
Great to give Sebastian a drive in the car as a race car driver. Him complimenting the car is obviously more of a compliment because he knows what a race car is. He's driven a lot of race cars before.
I think it will be a world record. I've told everybody here in town there's going to be a world record, and we can't miss it out. That's why we got so many people here.
Out of a world record, yeah?
We're leaving Colombia today, and Colombia has been my favorite country so far on the trip, and we've almost spent a month here. My visa is running out tomorrow, so I have to leave Colombia today.
Challenge-wise, the first thing we have is the Ecuadorian border. I mean, everybody else seems to be pretty lax about it, and for some reason I'm a little more worried.
Sebastian is sorting us out. He knows some people in the truck haulage business there.
We got some guy waiting in Ecuador side, and then a friend of mine in the Colombian side. So we're gonna be just perfect.
He's one of these guys that knows people who knows people, you know. So we're hoping for a record speed border crossing today.
Colombia has just been so good to us. We spent about a third of the entire trip in Colombia due to mainly the shipping delay and the fire delay.
Hey, what a road.
You like it?
What a road. We were working out, we drove for, what, 40 minutes probably?
Yeah.
Didn't use any energy.
Yeah.
40 minutes,
40 minutes.
at speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the stamps on the passport so we can go to the other side.
Very happy man. Fastest border crossing ever, 1 hour, 45 minutes. Through his help, a lot.
Yeah.
In Ecuador, as in Colombia, banditry is a problem. But thanks to the Racing Green VIP status, a new police escort welcomes the team, courtesy of the Ecuadorian government. And very friendly police, as it turns out.
we met our police escort for the day. And they were letting us play with their guns, take pictures, just completely chilled, completely relaxed.
It's usually a good system. Make the guys with the guns your friends.
And now we're going to a shooting range where they're going to let us shoot their M16s. Really great to be in Ecuador. What a welcome.
La Montana.
That's Nick's shot right there.
Typical welcome in Ecuador is to get to go and shoot some of the Ecuadorian Special Police Forces M16s across a road with a bus just going past it.
Missed my mark. Where do you go and you just stop on the side of the road, pull out an M16 and start shooting? It is insane.
You know, today's a crazy day. This morning, I was getting driving tips from a former Formula 3 driver. Tonight, we've been shooting with the Ecuadorian Special Service and the M16s. Crazy, crazy day. Great fun.
Let's go.
They've completed 16,000 kilometers, 10,000 to go. The SRZero has traveled over 16,000 kilometers, with another 10,000 to go. But first, there's time for a diversion.
We're here in Ecuador, Ibarra, and I'm taking the guys for a spin in the racetrack. This is one of the best racetracks in the region, and we could really test the performance of the car today.
Well, Sebastian emailed me actually about a month and a half ago and just offered his help. And Nick called him up and they got talking. We met him up in Bogota and he's just the coolest guy. Helps us out so much with so many things and we'll become friends now, so that's great.
Beautiful sunny day, a racetrack to ourselves in an electric radical. It's very good. It's very, very good.
It's so exciting to see this car here. Never ever before we had an electric car in this part of the world on a racetrack. So it's really exciting.
Can't wait.
Awesome.
Finally, car on a racetrack.
Look at the grin on his face. Look at the grin.
I've got a grin as long as the Pan American Highway.
This is a massive test for the car. It's a really high performance, very fast, lots of turns, and you could really get a feel for the car. I guess it's the first time we're gonna actually be able to push the car a little bit to the limits and tell you guys what it feels like to drive an electric car on a proper racetrack.
In the right hands, the SRZero can reach speeds of up to 200 kilometers per hour, even without a gearbox, and cornering at these speeds is not for amateurs.
Just praying to God that nothing was wrong, really. Didn't want to break anything.
Whoops!
It's a race car, but we have to be careful because we have to get to Ushuaia. And yeah, I feel really bad actually because I could have jeopardized the mission.
Now Sebastian, Formula 3 driver, is going to show us how it's done, and I managed to get in there with shotgun to ride co-pilot with him.
So I'm really looking forward to do this.
Let's go.
I'm taking Andy, so I'm actually much more calm than when I used to get in a race car because there's no sound. Somehow, a high revving engine makes your heart beat faster, but here I feel very relaxed and very focused. It's amazing. No noise whatsoever, and we're still going so fast. I could just hear the wind, hear my helmet, and I could hear what each one of the tires was doing at each one of the corners, which never happened before. This is like having a microphone on each tire and knowing what the car is doing on each corner. So it's really amazing. No complaints really. I feel so lucky. I would love to race electric cars. It would be something amazing. Every time in life when we come to something new, it seems weird, but then after a few years, it's normal. So I think we're all gonna be racing electric cars in the next years, no problem.
Back on the road, the team have a short leg from Ibarra to Quito, where they spend a day giving a presentation. Then it's a long trek to Machala for an overnight, leaving plenty of time the next day for the border crossing into Peru.
When it's going so well, I'm kind of superstitious as well, you know, what's going wrong next? And so touch wood that it's continuing like this. Yeah.
Tomorrow they're booked to give a presentation at a university. But the next morning, the team is regretting the night before.
Very big crowd, very excited today. But to be honest, I need some coffee because I'm struggling.
As you can tell, the faces of everybody looks really tired.
It's not because we went out last night.
It's not because we went out, yeah. I wanted to make clear.
Look, film his drinks, they're just shaking.
Yeah. It takes some effort today to carry the coffee.
A lot of people thought electric cars were slow, they were boring, they were unattractive, and we wanted to prove them wrong.
Despite the late night, the presentation was going down well.
It has amazed us how well the car has survived.
They want to see their car go like back and forth.
Demonstrating the car hadn't been in the plans, but no one wants to disappoint an enthusiastic audience.
Really cool. Totally unexpected, you know, as usual. Bias on the car. No worries. No worries, no worries. We can get the parts.
I was standing right in front of the car when he was driving really fast. And with the last one, I just jumped out because I saw the car coming really fast towards me. Could have been badly injured.
Oh my God. Wow. I mean, the worst has happened. I mean,
Hopefully the electrical systems are still intact. Front left wheel suspension that's worrying me at the moment.
I'm actually angry about this because it was stupid showing off.
I think this is probably the biggest shock of my life. It's the biggest mistake in my life.
Go and make a list, and then we get Radical in Nevada, and we get Sebastian to import it.
Things happen. The only thing you can do about now is get it repaired and look into the future.
It's got to work, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it. We will succeed.
Our spirit is nothing is impossible, and we fix it, and we'll be on the road again. As easy as that.
It's 2 days since the accident in Quito, and already things are looking up. With Sebastian's help, Team Racing Green are learning how things get fixed the Ecuadorian way.
this is Victor here. He is the guy who's repairing the whole fiberglass nose. He's the guy making the magic happen. We called up the university. We made the woman who sweeps up all the rubbish go and find the fiberglass pieces, and somehow he's taken them, and like a puzzle, he's putting it back together. I don't know how he's doing it. It's very, very impressive.
Ahora falta darle un poco más de acabado, un día más. Y ya sale todo completo. Todo bien, todo bien.
So I think we give it another 24 hours and be even better.
No, no hay nada.
No, you guys didn't save the broken pieces?
No. Let me introduce you as well to Alfonso here. He's a radical owner here in Quito. He's been helping us out a lot.
His car will provide some parts which can't be fixed.
We have good craftsmanship and good people that are willing to help, and we'll get the guys on the road again, don't worry.
But there's still a lot to sort out. This crumpled mess used to be a crash box.
We think we could fix it fairly well by cutting it off behind the damaged components, so basically along this line. It's certainly not an easy fix, but I think we could come up with something half decent. We're here in Alfonso's brother-in-law's really cool workshop here.
It's coming back together, and it feels quite good.
So to actually have it done here in the middle of, Quito, Ecuador, some may not think the most advanced of countries, but they know how to fix things here.
We're pretty far away from the factories, and sometimes parts are very difficult for us to get. We have to fix parts here.
So that's actually a very important lesson that we've learned, because our immediate reaction was like, let's call out radical, let's get a new nose cone in. But their immediate reaction was, oh, we just fix it.
We're lucky that there's lots of people like the fiberglass guy, Victor, who's helping us out.
It should be completely done by tomorrow. And we get this crash box fixed in the next day or so, then we are done, like done.
Car looks perfect, man. Better than new.
Looks like it fits.
It's an incredible job that they've done. We've had so many people rally around and help us. We're just indebted to Ecuador, I think.
We have the new crash box in. This was something which was done by a metal worker, and you cannot tell that this is cut here, and this whole section is new. You wouldn't be able to tell. And then, of course, we have the front splitter, which is this thing, and it is pretty much as new. And really all we need to do now is whip on the bodywork, tighten up some bolts, and we're good to go.
The next morning is a cold and early start. But less than 6 days after disaster, the project is back on course. Sebastian has returned to Colombia for a few days, but to help things go smoothly, he's left a network of Racing Green supporters along the route.
Today we're going to Machala, which is about 320 miles south, which is right on the limit of our range normally. So we're going to stop for a quick charge along the way. That helps us actually gain 2 days with the schedule ahead. That takes us within 70 kilometers of the border, and then tomorrow we cross into Peru.
Back in the rhythm of the road, the team have plenty of time to reflect on the lessons of the past week.
Yeah, last week was really a life-changing experience. I was sitting there thinking about the consequences, like friendship and such, but everyone was really, really supportive. That's real team spirit, that's real friendship, that people can forgive you for that kind of stuff. And I think I can learn a big, big lesson from that. Also, just being that little bit more careful, I think, is very important. Thinking about something twice before you're stupid. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, 3 of us decided enough was enough in Quito, and that we wouldn't drink until we got to the next capital city, where we did our next press day, which is Lima. But this time we're going to drink after the press event and not before the press event.
The first overnight in Peru is in Piura. Here, one of the Racing Green sponsors also supports an educational charity, AINI. It's a chance to turn off the Pan American Highway for a guided tour of a Peruvian village in the company of some volunteers.
We come for 4 days a week. We teach Tuesday through Friday. And occasionally, if there's a special activity or we want to visit something, we'll come on a Saturday.
We're just about to open up the library for an hour or so of playtime. The kids are always really excited to go in, play with the games and read the books you got.
No, I can't believe it. They're so friendly, they're helping me all the time. Normally you would have everyone is really competitive, but here they're helping each other and helping me as well. Otherwise I'd be lost against them. Yeah? No, gracias.
AINI hace 8 años que empezó en esta comunidad a trabajar en primer lugar con nuestros niños de la escuela, y así pudo comenzar AINI. Año tras venían voluntarios de diferentes países y podían venir a enseñarle a nuestros niños el idioma inglés.
I think this guy, Man United, Alex Ferguson, if you're watching. This one in the grey top, he's got some skills. Back heel, step overs. He's good. Hey.
Ronaldo, eh? He doesn't know Ronaldo.
So far, on the way down Pan American, we haven't really stopped to visit these kind of things on the way down, even though there's a lot of poverty in the Latin American countries. And this is the first time we've done it. I think it was a very valuable thing to do, to actually get the experience and see what it's like.
As high-tech engineers, they are also given a reminder of how simple technology can have a big impact on quality of life.
Dijo, desde cocinamos y todas las maderas se nos venían de nosotros, nos agachamos también, nos dolía la cintura estar ahí agachados. Estamos allí, de eso a veces hasta los niños nos enfermaban del humo.
Y esta cocina es muy importante porque ahí ya el humo sale para arriba en la chimenea. Sí, ahí le pone todo el material. Por ejemplo, solamente oro y mano son 40 soles para lo que lo construyen.
First time visited such poverty. It's quite amazing actually, the way people live and the opportunities that they don't have that we do have. Yeah, it's amazing to see something like this. It's got to be seen really, just to realize how other people are living in the world.
It was so worth coming here. Like it's just an experience that like I've never had in my life before, and it's pretty incredible. Here it seems the kids, you know, they're just really happy with what they have, grateful for what they have, and that's something really to take away.
It's amazing how happy they are, and it's like, yeah, just being happy with nothing.
We gotta go. Hey, bye-bye.
Since the border of Peru, been desert, 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 all the way, just sand, sand, sand. I think this is going to continue all the way, possibly down to Santiago. We're even going through the driest place in the world, the Atacama Desert. So it's going to get drier still, more sandy. Really amazing to see how diverse the world is.
The Pan American Highway hugs Peru's coast for the length of the country. With smooth, fast tarmac, it will only take 6 driving days to reach the Chilean border. But first, they have to survive the traffic in Lima.
Actually hit rush hour, it's so busy.
Basically, this lorry's just gone into the rear left of the SRZero. The bodywork has just screwed that off, just having repaired it, but I don't know how bad the damage is. Let's just hope it hasn't damaged.
It's not that damage and nobody's injured. So what we need is another fiberglass guy.
After the last crash I was absolutely shocked, but it seems to get like, you know, nothing shocks you anymore. It's like absolute crazy traffic around it.
Another mad city, actually probably the craziest. Lima, unbelievable.
Tomorrow, the team have a press conference booked, but by now, they know how to get things done the South American way.
We've been able to get hold of a fiberglass magician. Once again, it is really good to have someone come at such short notice and do some fiberwork magic on the car and get the damage fixed for tomorrow with a press event here. So it's really obviously the priority now.
All in a day, we had it completely fixed and looking almost as good as new.
This time, there's no time lost, and the following day, they're back on the road. But now they've got a more serious problem. Since leaving Quito, the SRZero has been chewing up battery power faster than it should, and they can't figure out why.
We're missing some range now for some reason. We've got to find out. So we have some long legs ahead and we don't want to be stranded in the middle of the desert trying to get a charge from some sand dunes. So really got to make sure we fix it.
The first stop south of Lima is Ica, which turns out to be the perfect place to tackle the problem.
We're at the Ica car testing facility here, which is a fantastic place where we can charge the car and do an inspection on it as well, because you can actually get under the car and see everything in really good detail. And this is one of the racing industry contacts that we sort of got into through Sebastian originally, and has sort of filtered our way through it then. In general, it's actually still pretty good condition, but there are problems, namely this hole straight through the base plate. I drove over a stone and it just cut straight through.
Still haven't found the problem why the car is consuming more energy than it should do. Now, yeah, we're just starting to basically take everything apart and have a proper look. It's gonna be a long evening, possibly a long night. Sincerely hope it's nothing serious.
Oh dear.
But tonight will tell, for sure.
Could be something behaving abnormally in the battery pack.
Oh, good.
Oh, old ghosts are returning.
If it doesn't work with this one, then we can try with the old one again and see if that works. Because it's such a mystery, it's trial and error. We never really. Where's the box?
The hotel is damn nice.
As a mechanical engineer especially, there's some subtleties in electrics that maybe we just don't understand or we're not used to looking for, or it's just magic.
6 hours of debugging the battery management system, and they're still none the wiser.
Right now, it's the end of the night when things are looking bleak.
Guess what? It's not going to work anymore.
I just need to sleep. Had enough. Eight hours later, you're back on track, fresh mind, and you're ready to tackle the problems. When we see a 5 or 10% range drop, we're not going to say, oh well, it works, so we're not going to change it. Everything is, well, we can make it better.
We also put the entire battery management system back.
The battery management system was damaged after the car caught fire in Cartagena a month ago. Fixing and replacing it means they can monitor what's going on.
Today on the road, we're going to observe the batteries, observe the voltages, and hopefully tomorrow we have a clue what's going wrong.
Smile is back on my face.
Side pods on, and then we're going again, finally. It's always good to see it in pieces, see it come back together again, and then see it on the road again, in a better state than it was before. That's what it's all about.
The road south from Ica will be taking them through some of the driest places on Earth. And they need to feel confident with the car's range, because the desert at night isn't the ideal place to get stranded.
Who'd have thought desert is so cold?
My assessment of the situation is it's cold. Engineering-wise, I don't really know. I'm just holding the light at the moment, concentrating on keeping warm.
So we're looking at the laptop, looking at all the cells and noticing some very odd cell behavior. One cell's really low and the other one is really high, but they're right next to each other. That's very strange. It seems to suggest to me that there's something wrong in the measurement cables going to those two cells.
It looks like somebody, somewhere, didn't plug in a cable properly when putting things back together today. Shocking, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah, ready to go again. Not pleased at all, really. Not pleased.
I mean, if it is something like that, then easy fix, relatively.
Now, with less than 15 driving days to the end of their journey, the team are more determined than ever to make it. And they won't let a reduced range mess up their schedule.
We've been to 2 petrol stations. It's usually where we go begging first. In Europe, if you try this kind of thing, just pull up at a petrol station, try to charge the car. Doubt you're gonna be lucky.
And they are about to cross into the most European country in South America, Chile. But there is a special friend rejoining them for the rest of the trip. and his help has been invaluable.
Yeah, we've got Sebastian back. Joined us the last minute in Peru before we enter Chile later on today. It's great to have him back. Great character to have around.
Really excited to be back. It's been a few crazy days trying to arrange everything so I can join the team again. But really excited. Looking forward to cross another border. Hopefully I can help the team in more than one way, you know.
Well, we're getting into Chile now. They want to X-ray each individual bag now. Packing and unpacking it. It's going to take like 2 hours.
If they want to search through it, they can. There's nothing in there.
No Colombian shortcuts here, unfortunately. So
10:19, go. 10:23, so yeah, I think record packing. 10:29, so pretty good going. We are getting better at that game.
Could be our fastest border crossing.
One more, then we are done. I'm looking forward to Chile. Telescopes coming up. Very, very excited about that. Really, really excited. We've built something that's pretty cool, and it's enabled us to get in and actually have a tour of this place.
We're going to be climbing 2,650 meters up into the Atacama Desert. On top of a mountain, there's the European Southern Observatory, where we've been invited to come and see what they're doing, and we'll be there at night, so we'll be able to see the amazing stars in view in the driest place on Earth.
It's a fantastic opportunity to go and see as far into space as you can possibly imagine.
Here we are, in the middle of the desert, like hundreds of kilometers. There's nothing, literally nothing. There's no connection other than this road to the outside world.
The team will be staying in the observatory's living quarters, La Residencia. This is James Bond territory, featured in the film Quantum of Solace.
This is incredible, like a little mountain oasis in the middle of this little tiny dome at the top of the desert.
And we're staying here.
It's amazing. It's just like in the Bond movie. That's like, I don't know, it's quite a big thing for some reason.
Makes you want to become an astronomer.
Probably the coolest place. The view from the room is like the sea.
After lunch, there's a press call 3 kilometers further up the mountain at the telescope site.
That's Christmas for engineers, how you would call it.
How cool is it to be driving around this very large telescope? Who gets to drive their car around one of the most advanced institutions around, at the top of the world? You know, that's kind of how we're feeling at the moment, I think, on top of the world.
That they really achieved the goal to make this trip to the Panamericana is really very good. Especially here in Paranal, where we have these high-tech installations as well. Engineering is a very important part. Without engineering, we could not be at the forefront of science, and we could not do a mission to observe the universe as we are doing now. Science is of course important, but without engineering the science would be lost also.
I want to find out more, I want to find out how they work, so bring on the tour.
Okay, here you see all the beauty of this 8.2 meter telescope. The whole 350-ton structure is turning on this platform. So the motors that drive these telescopes are direct drive motors. So this is maybe a similarity to your car. With the difference that your car is not 350 tons maybe.
Every 2 years, this 23-ton mirror has to be removed for cleaning. It's a nerve-wracking, high-precision job with no room for errors, because this mirror is irreplaceable.
Precision in this thing is just unimaginable. Here at Paranal, they recently identified the most distant objects ever seen in the universe. This was when the galaxy was only 600 million years old, about 13 billion years ago.
And that is going to give us the corrections to be applied to the M1 mirror.
After all the data is collected, it takes a massive calculations to work out what it all means. The results are at the very edge of what's possible, and it's mind-boggling.
The sky at night is unbelievable, the facilities are unbelievable. And yeah, after one fairly short night, we're carrying on south. This is like best experience ever, really, like this. Really, really grateful for having the chance to stay here. That's quite a special treat. Five guys in a van, things get competitive, and whenever we do something that we can somehow measure, then there'll be a best one and a second best one, and a loser.
Santiago, Chile. In the outskirts, there's a racetrack, and at last the chance for the team to answer a question they've been debating since Alaska. Who is the best driver?
It's very, very important. You know, who is the best driver in this team? You know, it determines the pecking order for everything. You know, who gets food first? It's natural survival. You know, survival of the fittest.
Keeps the team spirit up.
It's not about the speed that wins, it's about the technique.
You know, the competitive level in there, like everyone wants to be best.
I managed to trail Marino.
I tried to keep, stay in front of him all the time, but it was not possible.
And then overtake him, I think, around about the third lap. I got bumped, and I don't like it, but I'm going to bump back now, so it's okay.
After 4 heats, racing driver Sebastian is the winner. Nick came fourth.
I still blame it on the go-kart, I have to say, because some of them were really slow.
From Santiago, the aim is to travel south to Osorno, then across the Andes into Argentina and drive to the Atlantic coast where the better roads are. From there, they will be only 3 days away from the end of their epic journey. But by the time they reach their final stop in Chile, they find the weather is getting less predictable.
A couple of weeks ago we had a bet of how many more days it would rain when we were driving until we got to Ushuaia. So Nick said 1, Alex said 2, I said 3, and Clement said 8. And we have 7 driving days left, and it's rained 1 day, so it has to rain every single day for Clemens to win. So I hope he doesn't win.
This little South American pussy rain, it's not going to stop us going anywhere. Onwards to Argentina.
The plan is to leave Chile, driving to Bariloche today.
We're gonna go up to the mountains. We're talking about snow. I don't know what it feels like driving a car like this in the snow, so it will be something completely new.
Then there's only 6 days driving left until Ushuaia. And that's it. Kind of strange feeling, really. 1 week left, and that's it.
Argentina, the 14th and final country. It's time for a flight.
That's pretty awesome. The final country in a quite landmark journey for an electric car, the longest road in the world, driven by the longest range electric car in the world.
The car's a little bit battered. Not going to be easy.
We're still so close.
This is like the heaviest rain we've had for an entire continent. And there's snow, and it's cold, and it's twisty roads, not these nice straight roads we've had. So the risks have returned.
The farther we go down, the more extreme the conditions are, It's gonna be colder, and if it's raining like this, it's gonna be very tricky. So all this we've been talking about being focused, I think now we have to be more focused than ever.
Had a look inside the battery pack when we got here today, and yeah, I don't like the rain, put it this way. It's rain, water gets in everywhere. I'm confident we'll make it.
But there are compensations. The SRZero will be crossing Patagonia, which has scenery to match anywhere in the world. And the locals here can even help with the weather.
Yesterday was very ugly, but it's getting better. Maybe cold, and it won't be that terrible, no, not at all.
With the weather looking reasonable, the next worry is the state of the roads ahead. The SRZero is only 8 centimeters off the ground.
From here to south, there's a very nasty road.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
Ah.
This one is full of holes, big holes. You will find better roads here. Well, good luck.
Well, thanks very much. Local knowledge always appreciated.
Saw the sunshine this morning, thought this is my day. It's not gonna rain.
You get in the car in the morning and it's kind of a gamble because you don't know what's gonna be there today.
But the omens are good. After meticulously checking the car's range, the team have decided that their worries were mainly down to paranoia. So now, happy that the SRZero is working well, they can relax and enjoy the drive.
That vastness you just cannot imagine, and you cannot really describe it either. It gives you an impression that you can't really imagine beforehand, that you can't tell anyone about, that you can't see actually or can't feel in a video. If you're there, it just overwhelms you. And even though there's nothing, it's something very big.
You just have to look at the landscapes and you just get the feeling that you are very far from the world. You can really feel you're at the southernmost place in the world.
It's an unbelievable feeling to finally get really close to the finishing line. We're very close and I'm very proud of that.
There is definitely a different feeling on our shoulders now than there was a few months ago when the bottom of the world just seems so far away still. But you look at it on a map now, it's literally just a few days drive away. There's still so much that could go wrong.
If someone has a rope.
You can see just over here that there was a massive pothole in the road. Alex just swerved to the right to avoid it. You can see the skid marks here. Span back here, just off the road.
Fortunately, it appears at the moment that there's no damage. All we just need to do is get the car back on the road, do a quick inspection of the suspension, and then hopefully carry on driving.
No, not yet. Wait there. Yeah, it broke here.
Well, yeah, front right shock absorber's gone.
Rear one's gone as well.
Seems like it's 2 shock absorbers gone, which we have. Means there was quite some impact. We'll just have to take it apart and see what's wrong.
It's 2 shocks and ripped diffuser, all of which we can live with, which is good news when you're in the middle of nowhere. It's not raining. That's a very nice day. We'll fix it. Be on the road.
How many volts? It's missing one.
We're supposed to do 600 kilometers today. We don't really have a choice about that because there's absolutely nothing for 400 kilometers. Oh well.
2 hours later, they're heading east again towards the Atlantic Ocean.
Watch for the potholes and hope that nothing breaks.
And by noon the next day, they reach the Atlantic and a friendly garage.
Let's get hooked up. Possibly the 3 most productive hours we've ever had. Got our 2 broken dampers fixed. It was the most incredible job ever. Good as new. We've now got a full charge, 260 miles to our next location, and no problems. Bang on time, bang on schedule.
Good roads mean a swift journey south to Tierra del Fuego, but it doesn't last. There is a 100-kilometer section of gravel road to conquer. Worse than anything they had before.
Fitting challenge at the end, a nice little one to keep it exciting all the way to the finish. SRZero does not appreciate gravel because it's the ultimate vibration test. But we're not out of the gravel yet, so I'm not going to say too much.
Damn it! I feel like I've been holding a pneumatic drill or something for hours. So smooth.
After proving their racing car can rally, it's time to prepare for the last day's drive to Ushuaia.
asked for the front to be taken off to have a look at that, because better check everything.
Yeah, paranoia is settling in, only 200 kilometers left, and now we have to check it.
Better nothing be broken today.
100 kilometers of pounding gravel road is enough to loosen some big bolts.
We know that this car can take it. This car can take anything.
We all had this dream, this idea, and we all worked at it so hard. And we were so persistent in what we did and invested so much time and energy and resources that we made it reality.
A lot of people don't have the opportunity to follow their dreams like we have so far. But at least we had the opportunity and we followed it through. Worst would be to have the opportunity and to miss it.
A lot been going through my mind, all the memories from the past 2 years. So many experiences we've been through, and so much has happened. It's just incredible.
Still nervous. A bit white. Yeah. Right, all nervous excitement,
Can see the town now. It's not far. RGE comes to Ushuaia.
That's it. Entering Ushuaia. We made it.
There must be like a sign, end of the world.
Yeah.
This is it. It's the big one. Culmination of 2 years of tears, toil and sweat. Here we are finally at the end of the world.
And we're here, I can't believe it!
Get ready to party, boys.
We've shown that electric cars, especially a prototype electric car, can conquer the world's longest and hardest road. Anybody that says electric cars cannot stand up to the normal rigors of driving or the normal distances that the petrol cars have to do, you're just wrong. It's been proven wrong. The technology is there, all we need is the willpower. This has proven it. And I don't think any of us could be happy. It's probably the proudest moment of our lives.
From Alaska to Ushuaia, 14 countries, 26,000 kilometers and 70 driving days. A world's first for an electric car. To see more, go to racinggreenendurance.com.